What's up everyone, Saintsfan back again with another GTA 5 video on the Import-Export Double Money Event Week. So today in this video, what I want to show you guys are a few things you should know going into this event week and how you can properly use it to your advantage to make the most amount of money. So maybe some of this stuff, some of you guys know if you're GTA veterans, you've been playing the game since the start, or just at least since the Import-Export DLC, you might know some of this stuff, but there are a few tricks in here that I actually just recently found out about, so maybe some of you guys don't know them as well. The first thing I will say is that owning a cargo bob is invaluable to these missions, because in a lot of them, if you get a cargo bob and you hook the car, you don't need to worry about the crazy NPC drivers, and you don't need to worry about the NPCs that spawn that shoot at you. So it's really good to own. It does cost what, like $1.7 million, I think. So if you don't own one, it is a bit much to actually spend. However, maybe you have a couple of extra million from the gun running double GTA money, so use that to purchase a cargo bob. It's really helpful. You can do these missions without a cargo bob, but it's really nice to have. Also, this next thing, I'm not going to go too in depth on just because it is somewhat time consuming, but get a warehouse full of standard and mid-range cars. I mentioned this a few weeks ago and I included a list of all of the cars in the Import-Export DLC. So take a look at that list, which I'll either leave in the description or in the comment section, and make sure you source every one of these standard and mid-range cars. And the reason that is because when you go and source vehicles after you own every single one of these standard and mid-range cars, you will only get top-range cars. And what you can do in your vehicle warehouse is just sell those top range cars, and then it's an endless loop of you buying or you sourcing top range cars and then you selling top range cars. So you get the most amount of money if you get a full warehouse, or if you get a warehouse full of standard and mid-range cars, if you get all of them. So make sure you do that and make sure you get a cargo bob. Now, some other tips that you may not know. There's actually a little glitch going on right now. I don't know if Rockstar are going to fix it, but all of the cars are actually showing a range above what they are. So standard cars are shown as mid-range cars, and mid-range cars are shown as top-range cars in the export menu. So when you go and sell cars, make sure you're actually selling true top-range cars. And the way you can figure that out is by filtering with the range button at the top left, and then you can also check the commission price. The commission for a true top-range car is going to be $200,000, and I believe a standard or a mid-range car is only going to be like 140 or something. So you can tell by just looking at the price if it's an actual top range car. Now, one thing that a lot of people may say is to do these missions in solo public lobbies, but I actually prefer to do them in less populated regular public lobbies. And the reason that is because in a solo public lobby, if you're the only one in there, or if your crew is the only one in there, like you and your 4 people are the only one in there, then 4 waves of NPCs will spawn. And that's just going to take some time to take them all out. I mean, you can just keep driving, but they're going to do a decent amount of damage to your car. One thing, if you are doing it in a solo public lobby and you have those NPCs coming after you, if you're at the La Mesa vehicle warehouse, which I think most people probably own, you can go right down the street to this location and park your car or cars where we parked ours. And then the 4 waves of NPCs will spawn from the street in front of us and the little dirt road behind us, and you can easily take them out. You can use explosives, you can use whatever, but there are going to be 4 waves, and it's going to take you, a minute, 2 minutes, maybe 3, depending on how long it takes you to kill the NPCs to get that done before you can freely go about selling your vehicle. So solo public lobby, just know you're going to get 4 waves of NPCs that come after you, and the NPCs in Import-Export are deadly. They do not miss their freaking bullets. So just know that. Like I said, I tend to sell in less populated public lobbies because as long as just one person is not in your organization and they're in your lobby, you won't get any NPCs. And that's great because then you can just drive and not have to worry about anything. You can see in the gameplay, me and 3 other people, so we're selling 4 cars. There's not that many people in our game, and we have an easy drive to the location to sell it, or to sell them. Now that same 4 wave stuff also applies to when you're sourcing vehicles. So if you are sourcing vehicles and you notice that, man, these NPCs keep damaging my car, what you can do, get in the car so it triggers like the thing to start, and then just get out and run away, and then let the 4 waves of enemies spawn, and then you can take them out, and then you can drive your car back to your vehicle warehouse, and it shouldn't have any damage on it. Alternatively, if you want, this may take a little bit of time, but you can wipe your bank account, like make another character and put all of your money on that secondary character, and then when you go and source vehicles, no matter how much the repair cost is, you don't have any money to pay it, so it doesn't cost you anything. So that is something you may want to look into if you just don't want to worry about the NPCs at all, or even just the NPC drivers that sometimes get in your way. Move all your money so you have 0 in your bank and on your character, and then when you do these source missions, you don't have to worry about paying the repair costs at all. Now, some other little tips. If you have any of the missions where helicopters come after you, one cool thing, if you don't want to actually just wait for the 4 waves to spawn, only shoot the gunner out of the helicopter. Don't shoot the pilot, and no other helis will spawn. Like, they'll still chase after you, but there's no one to shoot after you to do damage, so it's not like it's gonna really matter. Also, and this is super nice, if you own the La Mesa vehicle warehouse, there's actually a train track that runs basically right next to it, and you can use this to your advantage, because if you are unaware, train tracks are like the kryptonite for NPCs. Cops, the NPCs in these missions, none of them know how to go on the train track. So if you get a mission, a source mission, and you have the car and you have the NPCs coming after you, just find a way to get to the train track, and then you can take that train track all the way to your vehicle warehouse, and then you can see in the gameplay, just go through this little gate, go down the little side alleyway, and then boom, you are at your warehouse with nothing, like with nobody coming after you. So that is definitely really useful. I've used that a decent amount of times when the NPCs are coming after me. Instead of sticking on the highway where they can easily just keep spawning and coming after you, go on the train track and they won't bother you at all. And then the final thing, I actually forgot to mention this, when you are selling the vehicle, whether you're in a solo lobby or a regular public lobby, you can actually use your cargo bob to pick up the car you're trying to sell. So that's another alternative option you have. If you don't want to kill the 4 waves of NPCs, just go ahead and grab a cargo bob, and since they're on the ground and you're in the air, they can't do anything about it. So hopefully these tips helped you guys out. Let me know in the comments what you think, and if you have any other tips you want to share, then let us know. Hope you guys make a ton of money this week on the double money import-export. It's a really, really good way to make money. It's really fun. I love driving in the game, so having us make $200,000 basically with this, so that's definitely a bonus. But thank you all for watching. Please drop the video a like if you did enjoy, subscribe for more awesome GTA content, and as always, I'll see you guys in the next one.